The Chinese economy has been a source of much speculation and debate in recent years, as China's GDP growth rate has been steadily declining. Yes, the world's second largest economy, home to more than 1.4 billion people, has been facing a host of problems, including slow growth, high youth unemployment, and a property market in disarray. However, despite all the doom and gloom predictions, there are clear signs that things are looking up, and China is bouncing back stronger than ever. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Dive into the data and some intriguing insights and see for yourself. So let's get started.
Things are not going to plan with China's economy.
Following 3 years of strict COVID-19 prevention policies, China's GDP increased 5.2% last year. That's still one of its lowest rates of growth in 3 decades.
First things first, let's talk about the country's economic growth miracle. The growth of the Chinese economy over the last 4 decades is one of the most globally transformative events of the last few centuries. Beginning in 1979, the country has radically transformed from an agrarian economy to one dominated by service and industry, and China stands today as the world's top trading nation. Recently, however, this growth miracle had shown signs of weakening. The COVID-19 pandemic dealt a significant blow to China's economic growth, disrupting supply chains, causing a temporary halt in production, and leading to a decline in consumer spending. The strict measures implemented to curb the spread of the virus, while effective in controlling the outbreak, inevitably impacted the pace of China's economic expansion during the initial phases of the pandemic. And now, after almost 4 years of pandemic pressure, the balance sheets of households, enterprises, and local governments are stretched. As a matter of fact, China's GDP growth rate has been steadily declining in recent years, from a high of 14.2% in 2007 to 3.0% in 2022. Moreover, after a strong start to 2023, Chinese economic activity has sharply fallen short of expectations. Consumption, production, and investment have slowed, while inflation leveled out and the unemployment rate edged up. So, has China's economic miracle ended? Well, the answer is no. I know miracles don't last forever, but in the case of China, it is poised for a comeback. Despite global economic challenges, China's GDP grew by an impressive 4.9% in the third quarter of 2023, surpassing market forecasts. And this growth is a clear indicator of China's robust economic strategies and its ability to adapt to changing global dynamics. China's move to ease with 2 biggest risks facing the economy, COVID restrictions and property slump, is fueling optimism of a rebound in growth next year, prompting some economists to upgrade key forecasts. And this growth is significant considering the global economic challenges. In fact, it's a testament to China's resilient economy. So let's break it down. The Chinese economy grew more than predicted last year, raising expectations and surpassing the official growth target of 5%. The industrial output rose 4.5% from a year earlier, accelerating from the 3.4% in 2022 and beating expectations for a 3.9% increase in a Reuters poll of analysts. Growth of retail sales, a gauge of consumption, also beat expectations, rising 5.5% last month and accelerating from a 4.6% increase in August. Analysts had expected retail sales to expand 4.9%. The consumer confidence is rising, which is good news for businesses that cater to consumers, despite the 0.3% month-over-month increase in consumer prices, which is a slight acceleration from the 0.2% increase in July. Also, it is anticipated that this underlying strength will persist through the remainder of 2023. And due to increased consumer confidence brought about by larger discounts and tax breaks for electric vehicles, China's passenger car sales also increased in August compared to the same month last year. The electric vehicle sales in China, the world's largest auto market, increased 29% year-to-date in September. The global EV market showed 34% growth in the same period. Moreover, the Chinese government is also playing a key role in supporting the economy. From monetary easing to fiscal stimulus, the government has been proactive in supporting the economy. China's central bank has recently announced that it will reduce the amount of cash banks must hold as reserves for the second time this year in an effort to increase liquidity and maintain the momentum of the recovery. In an effort to add more liquidity to the financial system, the bank also rolled over medium-term policy loans that were about to mature. And seeing all of this, in November last year, International Monetary Fund has raised its China growth forecast to 5.4% for 2023. As previously in October, the IMF had lowered its growth forecast for China to 5% this year and 4.2% next year. This upward revision came after China decided to support the economy by approving a 1 trillion yuan sovereign bond issue and allowing local governments to front-load a portion of their 2024 bond quotas. However, there is one important thing to note. Despite signs of stabilization in manufacturing and related investments, the specter of deteriorating property investment looms large. The country's property sector remains a drag on the economy, with property investment tumbling 9.1% in the January to September period from a year earlier. The once mighty property sector remains a drag on the $18 trillion economy, and this could continue to exert pressure on economic growth, adding a layer of complexity to China's recovery efforts. Although China has taken a number of steps to assist the real estate sector, but more is needed to ensure a quicker recovery and lower costs for the economy during the transition. Therefore, more fiscal and monetary policy steps are needed, as an ailing property sector have raised the bar for a durable economic recovery in the near future. So, to sum up, China's economy is not doomed. It's not all smooth sailing though. But with the right policies in place, China has the potential to weather the storm and emerge stronger than ever. That's all for today's video. I hope you liked it, enjoyed it, and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.